All right, it's been a long time since I talked about this or dealt with it, but it was just now brought up again to me by these people, so I'm going to deal with this for once and for all. When I first started making content, one of my very first videos about trans men, I did in the bathtub. I had about maybe under 100 followers. I was brand new. I really hadn't been involved in this scene whatsoever. So I joined a group called Gender Critical Women, and I was excited, and I shared that video, and I asked for feedback on the content. One of the first responses I got was from a commenter named Katie Worley, and she made some really disgusting, sexually degrading comments to me about, I guess, basically being visible from here up in the bathtub. And she asked me if I was trying to be sexy to attract blokes, if, she compared me to ContraPoints, saying that am performing femininity for attention, and again, just to, I guess, attract men, that no one's going to take me seriously, which was, and I pointed out what I thought was very interesting hypocrisy, that one of her public photos is a photo of her with her breasts and cleavage pretty exposed from her shirt. I don't have a problem with that. I think that women can exist in their bodies however they want. But it was interesting that on, supposedly such a feminist, person who's coming at me because of my body and because of how I chose to exist in my body, has photos of her breasts very available. So I had made one of my earlier videos was called Radical Feminist Get Off My Tits or something like that. And I took screenshots of the comments that she had made to me because I was kicked out. So anyway, after I pointed out that she was being a hypocrite with her images of herself, I literally copy and pasted the exact comment that she had made to me, word for word, verbatim. And I posted it with her photo and said it exactly to her, just to show kind of how disgusting it was what she said to me. And it's just funny because I don't even think that the admins caught like what had happened, and they were like, oh my God, that is just disgusting. How could you say that to another woman saying this to me? And they kicked me out, and they were all like, reassuring her, and she was like, oh yeah, thank you so much. I didn't even realize that I had those photos public. Mind you, they are still public months later, almost half a year later. So no, it's not that she didn't know that they were all public. She's like, yeah, I just didn't understand the settings or whatever. So I did a video, and I put a lot of the comments. Again, a lot of women also came to my defense, and they were like, why are you sexualizing this woman? Like, she asked for feedback on her message. Your comments are really unnecessary. But then you had some other women who were like, rabidly defending her. So again, I made a response video just because I was really just disgusted by how I was treated by these so-called feminists, which that was my really early interactions in the rad fem community. And then obviously later I realized that stuff is par for the course with a lot of these women. So I showed her comments and I responded to them. And immediately, I guess her girlfriend, Aja, the Empress, came and, commented like a flurry of comments all over my video saying that I was doxing this woman. Come to find out that they're like girlfriends, that they're in a relationship with each other. So this is her like defending her girlfriend. So within within 24 hours, I went back and I censored the name on it. So I left the comments, but I censored the name, so I was like, fine, if you guys are, if you want to treat that as doxing, fine. I'm going to leave the comments up, so people can see the sort of comments that were made to me. And they were saying, oh, you don't know how dangerous it is to revealing that she's in a group called gender critical women, and you don't understand, women like lose their jobs, women have their lives threatened just for being in groups like gender critical women, you've really put her in danger. So I said, fine. Obviously I hadn't thought it all the way that far. I was like brand new, so I acknowledged that and I said that's fair, and I went and I censored it. Again, this is back, the video had like 100 some views on it at this point. This is before anyone followed my channel. And, for a while I was just getting like a lot of kind of harassment from them, whatever. And it eventually settled down. And the hilarious thing is I later went back and I saw that I went through her photos because, again, it just kept getting brought back up to me, being like, oh, you're a doxer, you dox women, you put women, gender critical women in danger. So I said, let's just see how true that is. I went back and I saw, oh, this is actually like a very prominent feminist who does her activism as herself, as her name. She has entire news coverage of her as her name. She has Women's Liberation Radio did an entire interview of her as her name. They literally said DJ Lippy, aka Katie Worley. To this day, if you go on her Facebook, which is where she had made the original comments to me, the disgusting, degrading, sexualizing comments to me, and she has a ton of public photos of her in turf gear and her at rallies and at, rad-fem, gender critical rallies and adult human female rallies and doing activism as herself, as Katie Worley. So clearly, this isn't about doxing or putting this woman in danger. This woman's name is well linked to her activism, and not just by other people, but by herself. Okay, she has her name everywhere. She wasn't concerned enough to go back and make her photos of her wearing turf on a baseball cap to make those private. No, they're still public. All the photos that she claimed she had no idea were private are still public. So this isn't about her and her girlfriend being afraid or worried about people finding out her real name. No, her real name is well known. It's the fact that I called her out for being a creep and being disgusting towards another woman and being a fake feminist. Okay. And so today, while I was on another YouTuber who I like and I have a lot of respect for and I have a good relationship with, when I was on her live stream and I was responding to the content that was going on, I heard from Aja the Empress saying, oh, hi, Doxer. And I ignored it. It is like 5 months later. This hasn't been brought up and this woman is still going. Aja, your girlfriend is a creep. You're a creep apologizer. I will never not expose people who are creeps to me. Your girlfriend sexualized me. She sexually degraded me. I was brand new to the community. All of those people ganged up on me. The comments made to me were disgusting and vile. And I ended up being thrown out of the group for copying, pasting her comment that she made to me and making it back at her. And they were like, oh, that was beyond the pale. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Katie, for how she talked to you. It's so fucking rich. So miss me with the fake outrage and the bullshit. What you're upset about is that your girlfriend's true nature was exposed. And by extension, your true nature is exposed because now we're seeing that you're a creep apologist. You should have left it alone. The same way that I've left it alone for months. I've seen you guys in similar spaces and I just don't say anything. I figured case closed, but you want to keep going. So this is to clarify. I guess what you guys didn't expect was that I was going to stick around. What you didn't expect was that I was going to keep making content. What you didn't expect was that I was going to become a part of this movement, whether you like it or not. You thought you could bully me and throw me out and intimidate me and, make me feel disgusting or make me feel like, oh, I'm slutty or be ashamed of my body or, again, sexualize me, comparing me to ContraPoints. Don't ever in your life talk to me or another woman like that again. It's vile. It's degrading. You objectify women. You sexually degrade and shame women. Shame on you. I won't be sexually harassed and stay silent about it. You were not expecting that I was going to stick around. You see, long before I found this community, I've done a lot of work for women. I've been through a lot of things. If you think it's that easy to scare me off or to make me go away, you're so wrong. And the reason I'm going out of my way to actually clarify this is because you are damaging my reputation. You're doing it intentionally. I have now had to deal with a lot of people going around and saying that I dox women, that I intentionally put women in this movement in danger. How fucking dare you? You know that is a goddamn lie. I immediately acknowledged that, I didn't really think about it like that. And I immediately censored it. And you have still continued. Neither of you acknowledged any of the things that I expressed, that I felt in the way that she spoke to me. No, you continue. You and your buddies have gone on a campaign to slander me, to discredit me, to, make me I know that some people won't work with me. I know that some people won't interact with my work because of the things that you said, and it's going to stop. It's going to stop. Radical feminism has a misogyny problem, and I've noticed it from the minute I got here. I was absolutely not welcome. The way people treated me was gross, and I'm going to call it out. I am not a weak person, and I'm not. You remind me of one of those wives who will attack and target and try to destroy the reputation of somebody who accuses her husband of sexual harassment. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. I'm working very hard on behalf of this movement. Leave me alone. This is the last time I ever wanted to. I had no intention of bringing this up ever again, but you're still going. I'm still seeing it posted about and talked about. I see people on a campaign being like, oh, why would you support a slightly twisted female? Why are you supporting Brittany Rue? She's a doxer. Enough. You know good and goddamn well that that's not accurate.